What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today's an interesting one. I did kind of want to dive deep into the new Destiny 2 PvP maps, just because I've seen a lot of flaws from all the FPS PvP games, tactical PvP games I have played. If you don't believe me, I will literally show you my hours. I'm literally a fucking nerd when it comes to that, or a sweat, whatever you want to say. But in all reality, three maps, Dissonance, Cirrus Plaza, and Eventide Labs, all are a good standing point. I think each one has their own flaws, for sure. I understand they're supposed to be 3v3 maps. I am putting that into my thoughts, and this is also my personal opinion. So if you guys also have stuff to add on, feel free to let me know. As well as if you disagree, cool, fine. I don't care. But in all reality, I did want to get this off my chest about it, though, is I am going to go over I think there's 3 different game modes that were going on during, like, the experiment of it, if that makes sense, or when they were, like, letting everyone try it out. I will be going over capture, elimination, and then pretty much the TDM one where we just eliminate each other on every single map. So this video might be a lot longer than what you guys would expect it to, as well as for me, but I will try and dumb it down like as much as possible. So the first map I want to talk about is Dissonance, however the hell you say it. And as you can tell, they already have the stuff for the Trials Capture Zone, which happens to be over here and over here, as you can read in the key. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at this map, but I'm not going to be going in depth about the trial zones. I'm going to be going in depth about the zones that I experienced while playing during the lab experience or whatever. So it looks like they already changed one thing up. I know when I was playing this map when I first started, this B zone for capture was in the middle. So I am just going to write a B right here for now, because this was not a thing at all when I played. So I believe Dissonance, however the fuck you say this name, it's a really good elimination map. I will not lie. Because we have, right, your spawn point. I'm going to do a different color for this. I don't know what fucking color to do on MS Paint because I'm fucking colorblind. I'm just going to do white. So for elimination, one team spawns on this side, other team spawns on this side. Those are the only 2 spawn points, and that's what makes it nice. And as you can see here, you have 3 lanes. You can go from Cliff Edge, Breezeway, and Axis, which gives you 2 ways to split off. Only downside is that you have the glass piece here, if you guys remember, so you can see the 2 teams looking at each other from both of the axes. And same thing over here. You have this 3 lane that forks, the Ruins lane, and then the Terrace lane. Okay? For an elimination 3v3 map, I'm going to keep going in depth on this alliteration, but this is great. 3 lanes, no more, no less, with giving the middle person, if they decide to go this way, 2 options to go. They can go to Overlook, push the special, or they can go over here, push Bloom with this guy, and so on and so forth. And goes through both sides. I did not have a problem with this map at all for elimination. I thought it was good. So now let's wipe this plate real fast. And now I'm going to talk about TDM. TDM was a bit different. You still have your spawns of over here, with, I also think, an addition of them sometimes spawning you over here and over here, depending on where the enemy is. TDM was all right. One thing I did notice is if your enemy team is in middle, they have... Alright, so we're going to change the color real fast. So if the enemy team has zone control of this area on TDM, okay, or just literally just this area, because heavy, as you can tell, only spawns right here. For TDM, this is an issue, and I will also go more in depth about how this is a huge issue for the capture one as well. Elimination is fine. Like I said, that's an A tier We're gonna put that for literally. I'm just gonna fucking put this shit up here real fast for elimination A tier, maybe even S if we're pushing it. Okay, I won't lie. For TDM and then capture, and then I'll go into the ratings for all of these in a second. So, like I said, if someone over here, like if your team or the enemy has zone control of orbit, not only does one person have heavy, but let's say like, okay, there's one guy decides to split for this special and one guy splits for this special, it is going to force the game to spawn the enemy team either here or over here. And that's going to allow this guy a line of sight from literally standing right here. He can spawn kill. Boom, line of sight. And same thing with over here, right? He can come right here. Boom, they're dead. Come over and you could stand on top of here or look over here. Boom, like they can't leave. They're trapped. One huge ass issue is with these spawns because sure, they can go this way, right? Or go this way. They can't even go this way. I lied. But if I attempt to go this way, boom, line of sight, dead. Attempt to go this way, boom, line of sight, dead. And they can't even push that or go around because they're in his line of sight. These guys are stopping those spawns, and same thing for these, for up here, right? Do you think they could go back? I mean, I guess they could go back this way, right? But then you have this guy seeing radar detection. He's going to come up and stop him and pinch him or force him this way, right? And all these lines look fucking complicated, but that's from personal experience, which I will put up clips to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But that's literally, that's it. Oh shit, I got my equal sign. Say for the TDM, it needs some work. I think there should be, what the fuck is that? Why is it TDM? I'm saying like B. It needs some work, but with the right like team, it's like BC tier. We're gonna say that. Now, for my all-time favorite, capture. And like I said, this B spot was not here during the testing. It was actually right here on orbits, okay? And I feel like if it was actually over here, it would have been better, but still not the greatest. Let me tell you why. From personal experience, right? We still have our spawns, initial spawns. Let me reiterate that. Initial spawns over here and over here, okay? Those are the initial spawns right off the bat. Now, whoever has control of orbits or B, whoever literally has control of this wins the game on capture. Like, I shit you not. If one person, maybe even two, just sit here, it's game over for the other team. And here's literally why. So let's say its first point is always going to be on B. I've realized that. So it's either not over here or over here, right? Cool. First point is here. One team gets this point and they hold it, the other team's losing. So for example, we're going to say these guys are team 1, this is team 2. But we're going to say for now, team 2 has control and they beat team 1 to point B, okay? Not only are they the only one getting points, but this is on here for like a minute, I think, or like 50 seconds, some shit like that. And it is the most broken fucking thing because not only do they have control of this, but they have line of sight from all 3 lanes, wherever they're coming from. Like they can see this person jump off like from here, maybe not back here if they decide to go this way, but they will see him from overlook once they hit this point. Same thing over here. There's going to be a certain point. I think it's like right, because this is also an underpass, I think. No, it's not, because the dotted line's right there. But they can literally see them the second they hit this point, and literally the second they hit this point or this point. Same thing over here. They can see them from here, way back here, right here, and I think right here. Okay, that's just mid control. That is all entryways blocked. And also like, I guess here, technically over here, and over here because of the glass. Cool. Let me just say something real fast. After this point is gone, it's going to go either sigil side or fossil side. And this is where shit gets really fucked. Okay, so let's get rid of all of these fucking X's. Now let's say they go from point B to point A. Okay. Now team 2 is pushing point A. They wipe out team 1 again. Okay. Awesome. Team 2 now has control of fossils. One person, all they have to do, stay right here for heavy. 2 people on A. And that might seem like, oh, well, that's an unfair advantage. You would think so, right? Because you'd assume, oh, spawn would flip and team 1 would spawn over here. You're wrong. They actually spawn right here and right here. And then sometimes I think right here, because they want the running distance time to be shortened when they're over here, right? So when I was playing, I shit you not, I got spawn killed. I got literally spawn killed so many times because this one person got heavy. I don't think he even had heavy for the first part. He might have did. I have to look at the clip while I'm editing. But he had heavy or whatever. Shit you not, just sat in orbits. Spawn killed me here. Spawn killed me here. Spawn killed me here. Spawn killed me here. I think one point it was so bad he was pushed up enough where we spawned over here. And even still, he had enough time to go from here to here and spawn kill. And these guys are just sitting over here lollygagging. Kid you not. I'm 1820 as well.
We're facing 1837, 1838.
I just got spawn killed.
It happened to me as well.
Map needs reworked at this point. I'm sorry, Bungie.
I wonder if that guy's a god roll on the messenger. That thing is like shredding.
Bungie needs to rework the fuck out of this map. It is too small. Like, I'm just insta-dying.
Well, I think it's because it's meant to be a fucking 3v3 map, and he did just use fucking Mask of Bacchus on my ass.
Yeah, but...
Did I feel some type of way about that?
I'm just saying, like...
Spawning in and seeing someone with a filled out fucking... thing is...
man, 1 HP
insanity.
again.
Hey guys, before we get into the rest of the video, I just wanted to take this second to talk about the apparel brand I started. The brand is called Hinode, which stands for Constant or Continuous Improvement on Oneself. Discover the perfect blend of style and comfort with these hoodies, from minimalistic sleek designs on hoodies and zip-ups, as well as bright colored hoodies to choose from. Whether you're heading to a casual hangout or a special occasion, or even just staying snug at home gaming, these hoodies aren't something you should miss out on. Check out the apparel at hinodeapparel.com or scan the QR code on the screen and experience fashion that speaks to you in your style and in your way. Thank you. This map for capture is shit. And for the sole purpose of there's only one spot for heavy on this map, and that's the issue. And I feel like to fix that is to have more than one fucking spot for heavy. And take the note, I know on trials it's supposed to be these 3 spots, which I believe should have been the case for not just trials capture zones, but normal capture zones. Don't know why Bungie did that, but I'm just saying, if you're going to have it for trials, you should also have it for just normal or comp, just because why have the zone switch for trials specifically? And let everyone else deal with this shitty ass hand of fucking capture points. Not a thought? Sorry. I'm basing this off of the original capture zones and not the trials ones. And I'd say this is literally like D to like doesn't even deserve a tier, but I'll give it F kind of thing. Like it's just terrible. Things I think that really need an improvement. We need more than one heavy. I think having heavy here is good, but I think we should also have it probably on this little underpass on Overlook. Probably on this. Honestly, where that special. I think their idea was to keep it away from special. But like, if someone's taking this, it shouldn't be a problem. But like, literally having heavy on this wall, here, another spot could literally be like right here, right here. Like, just, we need more options for heavy versus it just being one spot. I understand the convenience for it. Or even just, like, have one be up above and one be down below, like, right here or right here. just to throw them off, but that could just be me. Next up, Cirrus Plaza. This map, I think, is amazing to an extent. And I'm just going to write down the same stuff as I did last time. Awesome. So initial spawns, here arcade, here in restaurant. Cool beans, right? Also, one heavy spot. I still think there should be more. Could also just be me. It is, I know, it's supposed to be a 3v3 map. But the position of this heavy is good because it's very minimal views looking out and a lot of views looking in. But like I said, I still think there should be like maybe heavy like up here near aquarium, down here by fucking turbines or some shit. Or like even just having one more would be more than enough. For an elimination map, S tier. Like I'm already putting it up there. And here's my reasoning. Not only is your entire initial spawn covered until you exit these doors and you can leave and go out to up here to aquarium, head out to balcony. You can even go underneath balcony because there's that under stairway path right here. Head over to turbines, lower atrium. There's so many opportunities for teams playing elimination to not only turn the tides against each other because of the close corners, because of the way the map is laid out with just these random half walls that you can mantle over, but the amount of enclosed openness is kind of the best way to put it that you have, because these are open areas, but there's so many walls, nooks and crannies, and like half walls to jump over. It just makes it seem more open than what it actually is, on top of it just being a good 3v3 map. Let alone I know there's a bunch of glass here that you can see your enemy on and then shoot this way. Shotgun, SMG, hand cannon, pulse rifles are not that good on this map unless you're literally camping balcony. But that's kind of sketch because of people coming underneath you, jumping up, so on and so forth.
This map is actually kind of nice.
Oh,
my dead man's tail.
He's almost dead. I'm playing back map, or left map. There's a guy playing up above.
Oh,
He dropped down.
Freeze me there.
Yeah, 2v1. Okay. I don't have a shotgun. That's okay.
Res.
That's okay.
Oh,
He said it was okay and he fucking meant it.
I don't care.
Oh. Did you just fucking back up 3 people by yourself? Get off me!
You don't know me, son!
You don't know me, son! No, what's up? He's going!
I think this map is very balanced on elimination. TDM, about the same. I'm going to give it more of like a B tier if I'm going to be honest. And that's just because your spawns do get kind of jacked up. So your initial spawns, perfect, love them. But once it starts to like, okay, we have enemies already over here in halls. Some are still in kitchen. Some are also just kind of lingering about elsewhere. You can funnel them to spawn aquarium. Shit you not. And I think those are the 3 aquarium spawns. And there's only 3 ways to fucking leave, essentially. It's balcony, this area, and this area. And the reason why I'm not counting these is you'll see why. Or not you'll see, but you can kind of see just with me circling it. Because balcony, cool. I can have one person watch upper and lower balcony. Another person can just watch this hallway right here and this hallway right here. Right, the second they spawn in, if you're camping kitchen phosphor halls, wait for them to spawn in, you run up, you can literally go right here and you can see their line of sight of them crossing. And you already know where the fuck they are and you can get your first shot off. Like that is the downside, is after the initial spawns, it's kind of messy. But even still, you do have a fighting chance going balcony because you can go lower or you can go above. And if you have 2 people push balcony, one goes lower, one goes above, to 2v1 that one guy, it's free game. So it's still more balanced in capture, but it's not as balanced as elimination. That's because elimination, you only have the initial spawns to worry about, and that is it. And that's what makes it so good. As for capture, I still just think they should keep the trials capture zones for not just trials, because this is a good capture zone, this is a good capture zone, and this is a good capture zone. These two, I don't even want to think exist, because I understand the point for casual players for it to be more of like, let's give them a fighting chance, but it literally makes the game 20 times fucking worse with these capture zones. Like, whatever you think is balanced for trials and competitive, just keep it in casual too. I promise you it's going to be a better time. The amount of times I've played a competitive game and they switch it up between casual and competitive, like different map mechanics or like different ways the map looks, it just ruins the fun completely. Because what you think is balanced for competitive, because that is what you're more focused on, is going to be the same for casual players. Because casual players, they want an even fighting chance, but putting that spawn point in their spawn is not giving them an even fighting chance, even when you think it is. Capture on this one is about a C, and I'm going to explain my reasoning right now. Since we have zones C and A in the spawns again, let's rerun the same simulation we just had. Awesome. B starts off. Team 1 gets B this time. They hold this zone. Cool. Initial spawns are now going to flip, and they're going to start spawning. I think it's arcade, restaurant, and I think balcony, or an aquarium even sometimes. Now your spawns are here. I can only funnel these guys into 2 lanes. If they spawn over here, awesome. 1 lane, 2 lane. Same thing over here. 1 lane, 2 lanes. Here, they're just joining in, and that's it. Sure, these guys have the option to go into here, do some little sneak around stuff, but in reality, if I have 3 people on B controlling this, I guarantee you, one sitting back map, other one sitting back map, other one is playing lower atrium right here to keep an eye out over here and over here. And if they do pop, cool, this guy's gonna peek, this guy's gonna peek. If not, cool, this guy's gonna peek this side, this guy's gonna peek this side, and it's not fun at all. Like, if you have B, you have control of all of their lanes, and it's kind of messed up if, cool, this guy has these guys pulse rifles, this guy hand cannon shotgun, and it's game over. Or even hand cannon SMG, it's game over. They have B. Now let's say zones have flipped. And now they're going to A. They just wiped the team. Team 1 now has A after winning their fights against Team 2. Or fuck it, let's just say Team 2 has A now, right? And Team 1 loses. One guy, I shit you not, just has to sit right here on special. And if he's good enough, he can hold this by himself. Could you not? And then you have one other guy kind of camping like this hall, and then another guy sitting on this staircase. And then your spawns go from over here, they're spawning aquarium, they are spawning turbines, and that's it. Those are the only 2 spawns that they're spawning in. And I kid you not, they're gonna run dead. Come this way, dead. This guy, cool, this person needs help, I am swinging this way, dead. Oh, there's a guy over here, dead. And it's not as bad as Dissonance, where it's literally spawn killing. And I'll admit that spawn killing can be a bit harder, because even if this guy decides to push up anymore, they're just going to spawn further back, and typically pretty much all the way to initial spawn. And that is not bad. It's going to get a higher rating on capture, but I'm just saying, when it comes to those initial spawn points, it's just not fair at all. And you're like, well, if the other team's just better, and like, sure, I understand that, but like, if you have a well-rounded team going against another well-rounded team, like a 50-50, or even one team significantly better than the other, it is going to be the worst fucking experience ever. And you could argue, don't get me wrong, you could argue, well, the same would go for the trials. Sure. But my thought on the trials capture points, let's say this one's A, this one's C, just for funsies. And the initial spawns are still here. The initial spawns are not going to change, regardless of where whoever has whatever control. Like, even if they have control over this initial spawns will not change. And I can vouch for that playing trials. And I'm not a good player. I am crap at PvP. Don't get me wrong. But like just seeing this right now, this is more even than having these ones over here. Because if they're holding A, cool, they have balcony control and these lanes. But it is an easier 2v1 situation to have two of my people push arcade lobby, take out Balk. Because by the time that happens, this guy over here that's holding this lane, like even if he's holding these lanes, I can just go boop, 2v1. One goes up, one goes below, or even two go above. And I can take this guy on, or even two above, one below. Take that guy on from two different angles, and it's game over. Versus the whole nook and cranny situation going on over here. Now, for the final map, which one is that? It's the Eventide Labs. I am in love with this map. And you could say I'm playing favoritism, and that's fine. Perfectly fine. I think this map is the best overall. I think it's the most well-rounded, to be honest, because there's less of a chance for me to spawn kill, less of a chance for me to overtake the enemy in any of the capture zones. And I still think we should have capture zones. For trials, be the same for casual. For elimination, you already know. S tier map. And I understand it's supposed to be a 3v3 map, but if they're implementing these new game modes, this is like what they need to focus on completely. 3v3, amazing. Literally needless to say. Like, this one has, I don't know how to explain, it kind of has 3 lanes, but it doesn't. And I kind of mean that in the sense of, I spawn here, cool, I have a lane here. I have a lane mid, and then I have a lane here, as well as I have a lane here. And for these guys, it's about the same. I have a lane here, a lane here, a lane here to go around, and then I have some weird lane to go this way. So it's more confusing. And then we have this upper glacier and lower glacier area. So like this person can literally go above, they can go below. This person can go above, this person can go below or above, right? And it's actually no, because there's that wall there. I lied. Don't listen to me. My map knowledge is shit. But this person can literally go below. This person can go below. This person can go above. And if they decide to go this way, they can also go above. So it's that person can go above. This person can join. I don't know if they can. I think they can join them that way. And this person can go over there too. I think the amount of lanes is good for like switch ups and like different strategies when it comes to elimination. For TDM, I think it's more of an A tier map for TDM for sure, just because it is a lot harder to spawn kill. I attempted to at one point, and I was doing all right, but I still had even when I had heavy, people were spawning here, over here, over here, over here. Air dock was a bit unfair, but for me to go from here to then have them spawn promenade, I literally have to make that long distance. Or even to like lower glacier, I still have to go this way. Kind of thing. But I have to go under, right? I can't go up. If I go up, then I can't even get them. Same thing, like, okay, cool, now I have to jog all the way over here to get this guy. And there's just not a good line of sight for that, on top of like, where are they gonna go? There is spawn killing capabilities to this map, but it is kind of difficult if they spawn super far away. But if they spawn close to you, pretty fucking easy. I also think there should be at least one more heavy spot. I think probably over here would be a good one. If not, like maybe right here, something across the map. So it's not just one spot. I think having 2 spots for heavy is essential for these 3v3 maps, just because instead of everyone knowing where it's going to spawn, where it's going to be, because elimination TDM, everyone's going to just push these lanes, come up and get servitor control, and then just hold heavy till it spawns. But if we had 2 spots, and I'm not saying both have to spawn in at the same time, I'm kind of saying, well, it's going to be like RNG, whatever it spawns, because it's not going to tell you. So like people are going to have to, one person's going to push this way to see if it's over here. One person is going to have to go up here to push to see where it is. And that's just going to make it a lot easier for us to literally see like, okay, well, if it's not up here, this person's now soloed. One could be a 1v2, could be a 1v1. Same thing down here. I think it would spice it up a bit more. For capture, I already stated my point. Points should just stay at trials, and that's it. I understand the point between comp and casual, but still, change it up, please. Keep them all the same, and just leave trials and casual at the same capture points. Because this one also has a lot of spawn killing potential when it comes to running our simulation. If we have capture point A here, cool, I'm going to have one person push this way, sit here. I'm going to have one person literally sit, grab heavy. If they already have heavy, cool. I want them to sit right here. These guys are not leaving, let alone I am forcing their spawns specifically on air dock and lower or like ice caves. I am forcing those spawns to literally to the point like even if they happen to spawn servitor, this guy has a wide open shot on servitor and air dock if they decide to go that way. Sure, these guys can go around this way. Cool, but if they're spawning in, it's game over if this guy has heavy and he's just shitting on kids. Same thing with this guy. Even if he doesn't have heavy, he just has a sniper and he sits right here. He has all of ice cave spawn. He has a line of sight down here, line of sight up here, and it's just, they're pinned. I don't think capture should be a 3v3 game mode at all, but it happens to be, which is fine. I think this one is probably the fairest of all the capture maps, but regardless, these are my standings. If you guys have other things to say about them, if you disagree because you're a goated trials player, cool, awesome. I'm kind of just speaking for the majority of people that are casual players that don't play PvP much other than just to get their bounties on for the day, and they're not like hardcore PvP sweats. But that's kind of my map breakdown for each one and what could be improved and what I like. If you disagree, if you agree, cool, awesome. I understand I'm not very knowledgeable in the maps because I haven't played them that much, but still, my opinion. And if you guys did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like, feel free to sub, and I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.